back to Mommy Center. My name is Anne.
My name is Agnes.
Okay, so if this is the first time you're watching our video, kindly subscribe, like, leave your comments. And if you're an old subscriber, thank you for sticking up by us. We love you. Keep watching and keep liking. Thank you.
Okay, guys, today is one very, I don't even know how to, we have so many issues we would like to discuss, but for today we'll be talking about safety in the home.
Yes.
Safety, we mean parents really watching over their kids, like monitor your children. I'm so overwhelmed right now. I don't even know how to start, but I need parents to be on the lookout. Guys, starting from sex education, ensure that you don't leave that out in your training for your kids.
Yes.
That should be like topmost priority. Make sure that from once they start talking,
Yes,
tell them about sex. Tell them, like for the toddlers, you tell them nobody touches your private parts, your
very
breast,
important.
your private parts, or any part of your body. If you feel that someone is touching you inappropriately, make sure you report. And always tell your children, nobody can kill you. It's just an empty threat.
Yes, it's a threat. It's just an empty threat.
So make sure you're close to your children, be it boy, be it girl. Boys get molested, so we should always be very close to our children, and we should always make the environment very open and welcoming for our kids, so that they're able to tell us everything. I mean, look at this issue trending. What do you think about it?
Honestly, when I went on Twitter and I watched it, I was like, my jaw dropped, like my heart, I was sad within me. I was just imagining what went wrong.
I don't know.
In the training of this girl, what went wrong? At what point?
I'm thinking, should the parent be blamed? Should the school authority be blamed?
Honestly speaking,
who is to be blamed?
Me, I think watching that video, I think somebody is either molesting that child from home.
Yes.
And the parents are unaware of it, and she took it out. Because you can't tell me with what I saw.
She's very, very aware. It feels like she's a professional.
Yes.
I mean, like
she was doing some things that
some
I'm sorry
moves.
to say, as a married woman, I have not even tried it.
And she felt very comfortable in her skin. I'm wondering, how did it get so bad?
What happened? What went wrong? So as parents, please, we need to sit up.
Yeah.
Listen to your children more. Have a conversation with them. It's good to make the money,
yes.
But no matter how tired you are, when you come back, listen to them.
If you
ask them how their day went.
24 hours in a day. Yes. Okay, we go to work, let's say for the most part, we're out of the house 15 hours, I don't know. When you come back, try and have conversations with your children, educate them, or you have a timetable during the week where you're talking to your children about sex, about their private part. Oh, this is your private part, this is why you should care for your private part, this is why you shouldn't allow anybody get close to your private part, even for your parents too. I mean, some parents, because we see it, we hear, we watch, we read, some parents molest their own children.
Yes.
So, I mean, if your child cannot talk to you, there should be someone out there. I don't know. I'm very confused at this moment.
I read a story. I read something online. Was it last year? A woman was like, her husband is not in the country, so she has a child of a son of about 7 years.
Wow.
That how she gets her satisfaction is whenever she feels in the mood, she'll just call the boy to come and suck her breast.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow,
it's molestation. You're molesting that boy, you don't know that, because you're using the boy to satisfy your.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
She was like, okay, the child doesn't know, but as he's doing it and she doesn't show him, that then she mourns silently, and then she gets herself.
This is absurd.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe
I don't
it.
even know what our generation is turning to. I don't know what the world is turning to.
As in, when I watched that video, I was left. As in, I
was livid. My body was shaking. I was like,
for a 10-year-old, some people say, oh, she's 13. Even if she's 13, the fact that other boys were there, she didn't even feel as if, oh,
that is it,
I'm doing. It just felt like she's just doing her normal duties, or she's just going about
doing something,
being friendly to those. I mean, Guys, what is really
I
happening?
don't know sincerely. Like, I am really sad right now. I'm pained.
Or is it that is she not okay? Let's even bring in the religious. At least when we were much younger, even if we were not afraid of our parents, we had like the God thing in us. Even if you're a Christian or a Muslim, you had the God thing. You're afraid of God. Oh, I'm going to keep myself because I'm afraid of God. For me, I didn't see that in that girl.
Probably she didn't even have that religious background. Of course, she didn't have it, because if she had it,
and they were not even scared that, oh, this girl can be.
And they were actually recording.
Yes,
they were recording.
How bad can it get?
God.
And hey, my God, really, parents, we have a lot of work to do.
Yes.
As in, we cannot not run away from our responsibility. If we are going to hold anybody responsible, I'm sorry, I'm going to hold a parent responsible. Like, what has been done? How did it get to this? Like,
yes.
Is it the phones? Is it the phones we give to our children? I don't know.
Probably she learned it. She picked the habit from the internet. Maybe she picked it. Maybe
when we were younger, like, parents don't leave their children to travel on their own. They sort of escort you to wherever you're going to. But I didn't see that. They just left responsibility to the school to cater for the children.
Most parents nowadays, actually, the way I see it is they leave almost everything to the children and to the teachers to take care of. The teachers cannot do everything. How many kids are in their class, for God's sake? They can't actually be there for each of them, and their main responsibility is to teach the children.
I saw on Twitter, I saw someone saying the mom was crying for help. Now Nigerians should come and help her. The mom doesn't really need that help. That girl, she needs for that girl to have like a normal life. She needs to go through a lot of therapy, because number one, if this thing was hush hush, maybe between the school and the parents, I would say, oh, they are able to manage the situation. Now this thing has gone viral
and it's on the internet,
and she has her face, her face was not blood, the boy's face was not blood. Like, I don't know, parents, please, let's do a lot. Let's try our best. I know it's not easy. We need to work, we need to make the money. Money is not like the king of everything. But please, once we have brought these children to this world, we have now been charged with the responsibility of taking care of our children.
Because we will definitely give account.
Yes.
We'll give account. I believe. Yes.
Even starting, not even getting to heaven, starting from now, your report card would always play out. You would see how your children turn out. I know that you cannot do everything 100%. I know that there's a place of prayer, and then there's a place for you to train, and it's all left for the child now to take up the training you have given that child. But I mean, the girl did not, for me, I feel that girl did not even have fear that my parents might see this video, or is it that she's not well informed, or what? I don't even know.
Honestly, I don't know.
Please, parents, let's do, it's a lot though. Let's do
well by
let's do the needful.
Let's listen to them.
She must have been saying something they were not picking even before it graduated to this level. I'm sure she must have been, there are some little signs that she'll be dropping. I mean, maybe from the kind of clothes she puts on, or you just, it's normal, she can wear short dresses, and then she begins to, there's no how that when you're sexually active, there's no how that you won't drop a hint. You might not do it knowing fully, but people that are aware, they will pick up the sign, the signal that you are dropping. They will definitely know that, oh, this one's something, maybe from the conversation, the way, and for young people, when they are sexually active, they start to become very rude.
Yes.
So that's how parents in the past, that's how they pick up those signs, like, oh, so you cannot address me this way, so you cannot talk back. They will now begin to go in deep to see where the root of where this thing is coming from. And that way they're able to pick up what is. But we now, they are free, they're very confident, they can talk to you. No, the signs are always there. Please, let's learn to pick up these signs, because in the nearest future, these children will blame their parents when they begin to realize that, oh, I've been treading the wrong path. It all will boil down to their parents.
That's very
for not doing a good job. So I know, let's try our best. I know it's not easy. I'm not even faulting the mom 100%. I'm not faulting the school 100%, because there's little to what the school can do. But let's try our best. God will help us. I don't know. God will help us.
Let's pray for them too. Because where your eyes cannot see, your prayers will go.
True.
So let's keep praying for them. Let's keep talking to them. We can't get tired of talking. We can't get tired of praying, because these children are actually given to us. They are meant to be blessing and not a curse or something. So we'll actually be talking again about teaching your children on how not to play with dangerous objects. And what I mean by dangerous objects is I mean knives, electronics, things that can actually harm them. Teach them, okay, this thing is harmful. Don't go close to this thing. Don't do this. Show them examples if you have to.
Yeah, and I want to speak about for example, like your sockets in your home. They have like covers. You can actually cover these sockets because of your babies. So when you're not watching, even if they go to play there, they won't have like access to the socket itself. So if you can, it's not very expensive, so it's not the issue of affording. You can just cover the sockets that you are not using and watch your, most especially your toddlers, because they move very fast.
Before you know it, we didn't twinkle of an eye and
they are doing something. So we need to have eyes both in front and at the back of our heads to watch our kids. In fact, you should not be sleeping if your toddler is not sleeping. You should not be sleeping, because they can do and undo, and I mean they will just laugh over it because they don't even know the extent to what they, they just think it's just normal. It's just normal for me to insert something into this place.
And because their fingers can actually pass through the socket, they can just try to like fix their fingers, see what's in them.
So we should watch our toddlers and our grown-up kids as well too. Take out the knife, take out the sharp objects. Even sometimes check your chairs, underneath your chair. Sometimes a nail or two nails can fall off, you're not aware. These children pick up these things and they swallow it. I remember I told you what my son swallowed. He just picked up a magnet. These what they call, those like cornflakes, but this one had magnets. So you didn't have like the pin, you just used the magnet. And we were driving in the car and my son, I was looking at him. I saw him playing with it, but I didn't think that he would put it in his mouth. So I was driving. Next thing, I turned to my son. He couldn't, as in he was struggling to breathe. I was like, what happened? He said, he was just touching. I said, what did you do? And I remember that I saw him. So it's obvious he must have swallowed that thing. I had to park, calmed him down, and then the thing now went down. But in my heart, I knew that no, we can't go back to the house. We just have to go back to the hospital. When we went to the hospital, they have this, what they call, like, I don't know, like spatula or something. They were able to check. They said no, he doesn't have any obstruction here. But they sent us to we had to go and do a scan. And by the time the scan result came out, we realized that he actually did swallow that magnet. And the good thing is that the way he did not disengage, it was still whole. That was the saving grace. And it took him like 5 days before he was able to bring out that magnet. I was really grateful that there was no further episode. So we should watch our children. Ever since then, I learned like a very big lesson. I'm always like a hawk watching him, his every move. Even my younger daughter, I'm watching her every move. If I see anything in her mouth, I immediately take it out, because there's little you can do for toddlers. You just have to keep.
Yeah, you just have to be there. You have to be alive.
Correct. Yes, you have to be correcting
Okay,
them.
so even your water, like sometimes they might not be light, so
in
you have
Nigerian
to save
system,
water.
you have to store water.
You have to store water. Just be careful how you store the water. If it is in the bathrooms, close the bathroom doors properly, because
lock the door.
Because your toddlers may go in there, and we don't want to hear stories that touch.
Yes.
It's not actually easy carrying the pregnancy, birthing them, and all that, and then
we know that God gives life, but at the same time, we can help preserve the lives.
So, and again, we want to talk about
safety within your environment. For people that live in self, like you have your own compound, you live in a gated compound just to yourself. I had a story of a vet doctor. He takes care of dogs,
animals.
Mostly dogs.
Okay.
So he had his clients bring in their dog. I think the dog, I don't know what was wrong with the dog, but they brought the dog to see the vet. So when his son came back from school, his son was just going to play. These children, he was really interested in the dog, so he was going to play with the dog. And this boy was just like between 4 to 6, I don't know. So the father kept correcting the boy, don't go back there. After the correction, the boy still went back to the cage, and the dog was The dog was in the cage, but the cage wasn't locked.
It was just closed with a hook or something.
So this time around, the father felt he had chased the boy out of there. So he felt the boy was somewhere. He didn't know that his son went back to the dog's cage. By the time the father would realize and go back to the cage, the dog had finished.
Jesus, what? Devouring the child.
I'm telling you, the boy, even on their way to the hospital, the boy passed on. So parents, I don't know, we can't do too much, but we can help. I don't know.
We are trying, but we need to put more efforts. Like that's what we are saying.
Like imagine, he just came back from school, he didn't
and
even
then
rest.
He lost his child just like that.
So there are a lot of, we have different examples to show, and it's not, most times it's not usually the carelessness of, it's just one little error.
Yes, one little mistake from somewhere.
And
then it happens. And it's always so fast, and you'll be like, but I thought I was in this place at this particular time and all that.
So the safety in the home cannot be exaggerated. There are some things, we used to watch this 1000 Ways to Die. I don't know if you know about that program. Like, some things that you don't think would take someone out of this world are the things that actually take people out of this world. And imagine if those things can take adults out of this world, how much more our children. So in your kitchen, make sure you take away sharp objects. In fact, close your fridge, because sometimes the children might actually be hot and they think that
the fridge is cold.
This fridge is AC. Let me go and put myself in the AC.
I understand.
We don't want such situations. So anything, make sure you're always sweeping your kitchen, because sometimes some objects drop, you are not aware, but your children, they would search for that thing
and they will see it.
So make sure we take out objects that can, harm our kids in the kitchen. Now for your sitting room, I don't know what your sitting room looks like. I don't know what you have there, but you know your sitting room and you know what can serve as
harm for your child.
That's harmful in your sitting room. So take those things out. In your bedroom too. Sometimes if you have like wooden bed, be careful, because those edges,
they are so sharp.
They can bump into those edges.
Yeah, I remember something. Oh God, this experience is something that happened to me. It happened to my child. The edges of my bed. I don't know. My toddler, then he was crawling, and before I knew it, he actually hit his mouth.
Wow.
Yes. The amount of blood that gushed out of his mouth that day, I was so scared.
So do we now change our beds?
We can't actually change it, but
so
we
just have to
keep watching them.
And your doors too. Sometimes they hit themselves by the door when they are not on looking and they are running.
Yes.
So and sometimes they jam their hands
on the door.
So
we just have
to
if
you can
watching.
Put that stopper that makes the door stand and not move. That would also help. And then your bathroom, try as much as possible. For me, if you live in a house where
regularly,
because of the slipperiness of the bathroom, if you know that we always have issues with water, lock the door. Your child must not go to the bathroom without your supervision. Yes. If he or she wants to go to the bathroom, they should come and call your attention, and you lead them to the bathroom. That way you're watching them. They use the bathroom, they wash their hands, and you take them out of the bathroom. Same with everywhere. If you have a store, don't let your child go to the store all by themselves. I can't overshout this thing. I can't overring this thing.
Honestly,
I know that we cannot be 100% careful, but these are the little ways you can help your children stay safe and make the environment also
another thing again,
safe for your children.
Aside this one, we should also try as much as possible to talk to our children to be mindful of who they speak with.
Yes.
Especially when we are not there for the grown-up kids, for the teens also. Like when you are not at home, you shouldn't just open the door for anybody. Yes. Times are becoming so evil.
Yes.
So they need to try as much as possible to ask who is there, ask for they should actually ask questions before opening the door.
They shouldn't. My mom is not at home, my daddy is not at home, therefore I can't open the door.
Yes. As simple as that.
I want to come and wait. No, you can't come and wait.
We are sorry, our mommy did not tell us anything.
Yes.
Or our daddy didn't tell us
anything. They have no business opening the door once you are out of the house.
Yes. Just lock yourself.
It should be like a standard. And one child should be watching over the other child.
Yes.
When one opens the door, then the parent gets back. The other one should report.
Yes.
So that there will be checks and balances. We don't want to hear stories that touch the heart. So
Very.
just tell them, anybody that opens the door while we're away, we will reward you when you tell us who opens the door. That way,
I know that my daughter used to tell my husband something. Each time he comes back in the evening, she'll tell me the secret word. I don't know the secret
word. You see, so, if you don't have the passcode, you can't come in. Yes, so that's nice.
Yes. So it's very, very important. Tell them not to talk to strangers when you send them on an errand to get something. Somebody is saying hello. They shouldn't even listen.
They should just go deaf that moment.
Yes.
Go deaf.
Go to wherever they are going to and come back home.
And you know, I just realized, I was just saying to myself the other day that while I was like my son's mate, I used to run around though, far from the house. But today I can't try it. I can't release my son to just go and get something for me.
The world has changed. So we just have to.
Yes, so we just have to
teach them all these things. They can't just know it on their own. So we have to have a time. We have to sit with them, communicate with them. Very, very important. Don't think as if your child is too small for you to talk to. These kids of nowadays,
they know. They have a lot of information.
Honestly, so much information stored in them. I'm so much amazed sometimes when I hear my 5-year-old speaking. I'm like, wow. So she actually knows this much.
Yes, they know a lot.
We shouldn't.
So we shouldn't even say they don't know. They know. Teach them. Give them more information. In fact, load your children with information. They are storing it, even if they are not giving it to you
right now.
They are storing it somewhere.
In the future.
Yes. So like now, I realize that my son is now talking gradually. You know, in the past he didn't used to. So now he can like relate whatever has happened somewhere, and I'm very grateful. I even pray for more grace upon his life so that he'll begin to tell me. Let me, sometimes I know I'll get angry. I say, oh, you were not right here, why did you do this? But I know that we are having conversations. So parents, encourage conversations with your children. They are not too small. You don't know who is giving them an information. As you yourself, they are not talking to them. So before they fill them in with jargons, fill them in with what you need to fill them in. No, even if like for your girls, I believe for your girls, be your uncle or whatever, don't sit on anybody's lap
at all.
Even for the boys,
I've warned my daughter.
Don't sit on anybody's lap, please. Don't let anybody carry you, cuddle you, no.
Peg you.
No.
Oh,
your daughter is cute.
No.
Serious cancel. We don't want. Because I believe that's how it starts. Oh, you're a beautiful girl. Oh, come and sit on. No, do not sit on my lap. And the girl should be steady. If I let me not even say girl, the children, boy or girl, let them be very stern with whoever they are talking to. I can't sit on your lap. Why you? In fact, question them. Why do you want me to sit on your lap?
Yes, very important. Very important.
Your children need to be very outspoken, as in and when they are speaking, they should speak with confidence, so that whoever the potential molester is, you will know that I can't try.
This is a red flag.
Yes,
for them.
Yes. So, and we should always teach children signs of red flag, signs of uncles or aunties, potential uncles or aunties that have evil in mind. You know, when you give them this, they can even question them before those ones carry out whatever their plan is. So parents, we need to do a lot. Let's read a lot. Let's read more, because the ones you know cannot suffer. It's not enough.
It won't suffice.
Yes. So let's read more. Have more experience to relate to the children. That see what this person did and see how he ended this person's life, or see what there are always examples out there. God will help our children. Our children will not be caught up in all of this.
Amen.
I don't know. Today's episode is just very.
It's too emotional.
It's
too emotional.
It's just very heavy.
I'm not really jiggling the way I'm used to, because honestly, why
is it happening? Even with all the evil in the country and all of that, why should this one be like? I don't know.
To a child.
I don't know. Parents,
they are too innocent for this. We should preserve their innocence.
They should be reading storybooks like children's. They should have that fairy tale kind of, as in at this age. This is what's like. Oh, I'll be a princess when I grow up. Not practicalizing. I mean, guys, please let's do the needful. I don't know. Do you have more to say?
Honestly,
I'm so weak.
I don't have anything more to say.
I'm so weak. Please, guys. Let's do the needful for our kids. They might not appreciate it now, but in the nearest future, they're very grateful you actually spoke to them. And please, let's speak to them in love.
Don't be too harsh on them, because you're chasing them.
Yes. speak to them in love, flog them with the right, correct them with the right, drag them close to with your left, because you someone will drag them close, and God will not allow them. Yes. So thank you for watching today's episode.
Do well to subscribe.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe, please. Like our video, share. Leave your comments down below and tell us your own experiences and how you were able to manage the experience. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in our next video.